Hello. In this video, we're going to walk through how to sell an internet identity using the Internet Identity Sale contract from GeekFactory. If you have an internet identity that you'd like to sell, here's what you'll need before getting started. First, access to the GeekFactory hub. That's where the Internet Identity Sale contract is available and where the deployment will happen. Second, you'll need two internet identities, one identity that will be sold, and a separate identity that will be used to log into the hub, deploy the contract, and activate it. These must be different. In this example, the identity being sold is called for sale, and the identity used for deployment and activation is called main. Third, you'll need an OIC wallet connected to the main identity. This wallet will be used to pay for the contract deployment and will also be set as the payout address if the sale is completed. With these elements ready, the process can begin. Step number 1. Head over to the GeekFactory hub, click Connect button and review the FAQ and terms of use. After that, connect using your main identity, not the one that will be sold. Once logged in, open the list of templates. In the future, there may be several templates available for selling internet identities. If that's the case, take a moment to read the descriptions and choose the one that fits your needs. For now, there's only one available, so select that template. On the template page, you'll find details about how the contract works, including its life cycle, limitations, potential risks, links to the source code, and the terms of use. Take a moment to review everything. When ready, click Deploy. In the confirmation window, you'll see the deployment cost. It depends on the current ICP to cycles conversion rate. This amount covers two things. First, the cycles that will be allocated to the contract canister. Second, the cycles required by the hub to perform all deployment operations. When ready, click Deploy, then confirm the transaction in the OIZ wallet. After confirmation, the rest happens automatically. Behind the scenes, the hub converts ICP into cycles, creates a new canister, generates a certificate, deploys the template code, and then removes itself as a controller. Once that's complete, the activation instructions will appear. Activation simply means claiming ownership of the newly deployed contract. Start by copying the activation code provided by the hub, then open the contract using the provided link. Click Connect to open the confirmation window. Take a moment to review the official FAQ, the terms of use, and the risk disclaimer. After confirming all items, connect using the main identity, again, not the identity being sold. After connecting, locate the activation code field, paste the code, and confirm. That's it. The contract is now activated. With that done, the internet identity intended for sale can be transferred into the contract. After deploying and activating the contract, the next step is to transfer the internet identity you want to sell to the contract. On the contract page, take a moment to review the disclaimer, then click Start Transfer. First, on the Internet Identity site, connect with the Internet Identity you want to sell. Then go to Access Methods. Click Add New. Choose Continue with Passkey. Select Continue on another device. At this point, Internet Identity will generate a pairing link. Copy the full link and keep this Internet Identity page open. Don't close it and don't refresh it. Now go back to the contract page, paste the pairing link, and click Next. The contract will now show a verification code. Copy that code, then return to the Internet Identity tab. Paste the code and click Confirm Sign In. Then go back to the contract page and click Next. Now just stay on the contract page and wait. No further action is required at this point. During this final step, the contract removes all other passkeys and the recovery phrase to gain full ownership of the identity. It also connects to the NNS to load account and neuron information and performs all necessary checks. This usually takes a few minutes, and it may take longer if the identity has many passkeys, hotkeys, accounts, or neurons. Once the transfer is complete, a summary of the internet identity will appear at the top of the page with detailed information about the linked neurons and accounts shown below. At this point, the identity is already discoverable through external storefronts such as ID Geek. Just below the summary section, you'll see the cooldown information. The cooldown period exists because previously authenticated internet identity sessions can remain active for up to 30 days and cannot be manually revoked. This waiting period allows those sessions to expire before the sale can proceed. You can set a price immediately or wait until the cooldown ends. However, buyers will only be able to make offers or purchase the identity after the cooldown period has finished. Before setting the price, you need to set the payout address. You have two options: get the address from your Oisy wallet automatically or enter the address manually. After the payout address is set, you can list the identity for sale. Click List for Sale and enter the desired price. You'll see whether the price represents a discount or a premium compared to the total value of the identity, along with the fee breakdown and the final amount you would receive after fees. When the sale completes, whether through a direct purchase or an accepted offer, ownership of the identity transfers to the buyer, and the funds are automatically sent to your payout address. If you find an internet identity you'd like to purchase, start by validating the contract. Copy the contract URL, open the GeekFactory hub, go to Validate Contract, paste the URL, and run the check. Validation confirms that the contract was deployed through the hub, that it's activated, and that its certificate is still valid. While the certificate is valid, the contract code does not allow adding external controllers to the canister. This means that during the certificate period, the contract logic cannot be modified. The contract source code is publicly available and should also be reviewed directly. Validation is the minimum safety step. Skipping it may result in interacting with a phishing or modified contract, which can lead to loss of funds. After validating the contract, you can proceed with the purchase process once the cooldown period has ended. To buy an internet identity or submit an offer, you'll need an Oisy wallet. On the contract page, click Connect. You'll be asked to confirm that you validated the contract on the hub. Also take a moment to review the official FAQ, the terms of use, and the risk disclaimer. Then connect using your internet identity. To make an offer, click Make Offer and enter your proposed price. Confirm the transaction in your Oisy wallet. Offers use an approved transaction. This creates an allowance but does not transfer funds immediately. If the seller does not accept your offer, no funds leave your wallet, and the allowance expires automatically before the contract certificate expiration date. To purchase immediately, click Buy. Confirm the transaction in your Oisy wallet and wait for the transaction to finalize. Once completed, ownership of the internet identity transfers to you. The final step is to transfer the identity to your device. The transfer process is the same whether you're a buyer moving the identity to your device or a seller withdrawing it before the sale is completed. It's recommended not to leave the identity inside the contract longer than necessary. The contract exists only to handle the sale. It's not meant for long-term holding. To begin, open the contract page and click Transfer to Device. The transfer process cannot be stopped once started. The transfer consists of 3 steps. In the step number 1, simply stay on the contract page and wait. No action is required at this point. In the step number 2, the contract will generate a link. Click the link to open the internet identity page. A verification code will be shown there. Copy the code. Do not close or refresh the internet identity page. Return to the contract page, paste the code, and click Next. In the step number 3, return to the Internet Identity page that you kept open. Create a new passkey on your device. Once the passkey is added, you'll be logged in automatically. At this point, it's strongly recommended to add additional passkeys or a recovery phrase. Before proceeding to the final confirmation, take a moment to check that you can access the NNS and that the linked accounts and neurons are visible. Then return to the contract page and confirm that you have access to the Internet Identity. This final confirmation is irreversible. If the transfer did not complete successfully, do not confirm. Instead, click Restart Transfer and repeat the process. And that's how the Internet Identity sale contract works from deployment to final transfer.